Have you ever noticed when you're shopping online, you often end up getting this pop-up and it says, how likely are you to recommend us? It's always the same question. And in fact, if you've ever used Airbnb, you'll know this is the last question in their survey when they're asking you how your stay was. Wait, but why? I love that blog. As a side note, you should totally check it out. Anyway, when I see these pop-ups or I get this question, I always take it really seriously, and my friends laugh at me because it seems ridiculous. But it's not. Working at Shoes of Prey, we use this question as well. And over time, I have come to understand the science behind it and what this really means for companies. So I thought I would share with you what happens when you answer this question and what your score means. So you might see something like this pop up. And then you're asked to answer on a scale of 0 to 10, please tell us how likely you are to recommend us, our product, our service to a friend. Once you put your answer in, you are categorized into one of 3 categories. You are either a detractor, a passive, or a promoter. So I feel like we're about to take a Cosmo quiz together. If you put something down between 0 and 6, then you are a detractor. So this means that you're someone who wasn't particularly thrilled with the service, probably won't come back, and at worst, you might spread some bad word of mouth about that product, service, or company that you experienced. Industries like banking tend to have quite a few detractors there. The thing that blows my mind about this is that it's up to 6. Like it's more than half that are considered to be detractors or a negative influence on your brand. That's pretty big. If you gave a score of a 7 or an 8, then you are a passive. So a passive person is someone who, service was fine, whatever. They're probably not going to spend any time saying negative things about the company, but they're equally not going to go around saying lots of positive things, and given the chance, wouldn't care if they shopped with one of your competitors. So that's someone who's a passive. Now, think about this. We are up to 8 out of 10, and we still haven't even hit positive territory here. It's just like a really tough scale. If you scored a 9 or a 10 for that survey, then you are a promoter. You're someone who loves what's going on. Your experience was amazing. You've got positive word of mouth. You're going to tell everyone about it. You're an evangelist. It's cool. But again, you're only 2 out of 10. That's, it's a very, very high bar to meet. If you're curious, once the company has your score, they look at it, and what they do is they minus the percentage of detractors from the percentage of promoters, and then they end up with a score somewhere between negative 100 and positive 100, and that's known as a net promoter score. So in industries like banking, I mentioned that there's a lot more detractors just by the nature of the industry. So frequently the score's around 0 or negative or single digits, which is tough. If you're in an industry like retail, a good score is positive kind of 75. So tell me, do you answer these pop-ups? Now that you know a bit more about your score and how it gets interpreted, would this change the way that you offer your scores? Are there any sites that you have answered this for already that you really love? Or for me, I genuinely really do love using Airbnb, so pretty much always a 10 for me. And see, I'm evangelizing. I'm totally a promoter. And if you're someone watching who has their own business, tell me, how do you survey your customers? How do you find out what's a pain point for them, what you're doing well, what makes them more loyal, all that kind of stuff? Please put it into the comments below. I would love to hear about it. I hope you're doing well, and don't forget, do everything before you're ready. Bye.